Welcome back, gang. Well, if you're like me, and I sincerely hope you're not, you spend a lot of time scrolling on Zillow. And every once in a while, you come across that gem, your dream home, right? You love it. You love everything about it. There's just one problem. How quickly would you be able to sell your current home? You should consider reaching out to Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis. And we are very happy to have the man behind the name with us in the studio this morning, Chris Kirshenboim, on Great Day St. Louis for the very first time, sir. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Matt.
Talk to folks about the mission behind Chris Buys Homes.
Well, sure. I mean, traditional real estate transactions involve a realtor. And that means you need to clean up the house, move out stuff, getting it listing and waiting. And that takes a lot of time, energy, money, and effort. And we offer the simple solution where we take care of the house, we buy it as is, and we close by your timeline, whether it's fast closing or slow closing. We work by your timeline, and you don't even need to pay any commissions or closing costs or anything like that. And we can really accommodate your needs. And basically, all it does is that we offer the most simple way to sell a house in a hassle-free manner.
It sounds so easy. It sounds so carefree, but I can guarantee there's people watching right now that are thinking, I have this property he's not going to want for whatever various reasons. What kinds of properties do you buy?
Well, we buy all kinds of, a pretty wide variety. We buy single-family homes, condos, duplexes, multifamily, from very old 100-year-old homes to 90s ranches. Our buy box is pretty wide, and we can help a lot of folks.
You talked about multifamily condos. Let's go down that rabbit hole for a moment. What if there's an individual that owns a property that they're leasing out, that they're renting out, and there's tenants there right now? Is that something you deal with?
Yeah, we also buy homes with tenants in place. A lot of landlords come to us where they are ready to retire, and they had a home for maybe 20 years, and they are not ready for another turnover. And they don't even need to wait for the lease to end. They don't need to. Sometimes they have a family member there that they cannot get out, and they need to sell. And we can take care of all of that. We have the professionals that can help us with that process, and they don't need to worry about it anymore.
You threw out that term as is. You're willing to purchase the property as is. Explain exactly what that means and why that can be so helpful for the seller.
Well, as is truly means as is in its current condition, where the seller doesn't need to pay to repair anything, doesn't need to clean out anything. We buy with bad foundation, bad roofs, any major repairs or small repairs, we buy it all. And a lot of times it's actually not about the repairs, it's about the relief. Because there is a lot of stuff that sellers have over time, and we take care of all of that. So we've seen everything by now, and we can take care of the clean out and everything for them.
I do feel like embarrassment can play a role. Chris has seen it, okay? Yeah. There's nothing that he hasn't seen in his more than a decade in this business. There are complicated scenarios, situations where the title is kind of murky, inherited homes, that kind of thing. Are you able to jump into those situations?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times it's a son or a daughter that inherited a home, and they don't need to, now they need to deal with their taxes, paying the taxes and the insurance on the property. A lot of times we deal with some probates or some lien situation. We use a title company to close the deal and help with all of that. So the seller just need to be cooperative, but no more than that. We help him with all the paperwork and all the headache around it.
This is a guy that hears, boy, I wish I had called you sooner, a whole lot, I bet. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So you can get in touch with Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis by calling 314-78-CHRIS. That's 314-782-4747. Or you could check them out on the web, guys, at chrisbuyshomes.stl.com.